Hi, welcome to Dirty 20 Gaming. My name is Bison, and tonight we're going to be playing some Cyberpunk Red. Welcome to Carnage Heights. These wonderful people are brave enough to join me, and we are going to start with Shadow.
Hello, everybody. I am Shadow, also known as the True Shadowmancer. Tonight I play Shane the Nomad. You can also find me here Sundays on Shadows of the Lockton as Gerard St. Germain. I'm one of the founders of the Desperate Dice Rollers Discord channel, DDR, and it's good to be back.
And next, we will go with Exit.
Hi, I'm Ruth. I'm here today as Exit, our resident fixer. Guys are distracting me. Stop it. You can also find me here on Thursdays as Muscle Mommy and the sex appeal of the group, Desrai. Because apparently that's what I'm there for.
Look, the group needed one.
Yeah. Lacking. And on Sunday, you can find me as Runa, aka Sparky, and whatever other nicknames she gets throughout the campaign. That's about it.
All right, next
you can sometimes find me in the chat, usually sending photos of dogs from work, my family's dog, or my cat.
And we love her cat. Next, we go to Red Death.
She's the best.
Hello, I am the Scarred Adventurer when I'm not here on Tuesdays. You can find me on Thursdays as Lucas Alexander Warcrest. You can find me on Sundays as Arthur Wolf. And that's really where you can find me at the moment. Otherwise, you can find me working with the wonderful Tango Productions, bringing stuff to you eventually. It's always eventually until we have something. So just bear with us, you jackass. I'm kidding. You guys are all wonderful. Thank you so much for your support and love.
And when she returns to this side of the screen, we'll go with Magic.
I'm okay. Hasn't gone fully off the rails yet. So hey y'all, my name is Sarah. You found me today as our resident corpo magic. On Thursday, I'm the DM for the Fool's Gold campaign called King's Pyrite. I want to say story keeper, but
Story
it's
Wrangler.
More Wrangler.
Yeah.
Story cat herder.
Yeah. And for on Sunday, you can find me as the Vodachi Strega Rosa Nix.
All right.
Other than that, you can find me on the Discord. Sometimes I lurk. And otherwise, you can find me on Tinker Productions, working with the Scarred Adventurer on stuff and things that'll come out eventually. Creative stuff takes time.
So calm down.
Be patient.
I love you guys. Thank you so much for your support.
We want our Tango Productions.
We want the stuff and things.
Well, tough. Now we're going to delay it another 2 months.
Yeah. Lastly, I am Bison _ Stonefist. I am the city in this shit show, if we're going to be honest. On Thursdays, I play Encino, the big damn hero, Dragonborn Paladin Ranger, on Sarah's King's Pyrite game. And on Sundays, I play Gav Othegrin, our big lovable dumbass, who, he's mean on the outside, but he's just a big teddy bear that happens to be really good at hitting things on the inside. That's on our Shadow of the Nocturne game. Cyberpunk Red is brought to you by Mike Pondsmith and is published by R. Talsorian Games. Our VTT tonight is Roll20. Character art is done through Hero Forge and or Scarred's Fingers. Pixabay is where we got the background images, and we can thank Thunderscape 7 for turning it into background art. We are missing a Kraken tonight, so I had to alter my my word of warning. Cyberpunk is a world of dystopia, and people do what they have to do in order to get by. Morals are optional in Night City, and the attitude towards drug abuse and other things is lax at best. Our players have an X card for when things get too heavy. You guys don't. I'm not telling you not to watch the show. I'm just warning you ahead of time that some scenes may not be suitable for all viewers. And don't do drugs. So, because I like to start sessions in the morning, we are going to fast forward to the morning and get the general vibe as the crew basically wakes up for a corpo job. We're going to start with Shane. I'm assuming that you're not sleeping indoors. You're in the back with Sheila.
That would be correct.
It's doubling up again.
One.
Consistent audio issues, everybody.
Yeah, to the
Professionals.
Yeah, you would be
Like the
correct.
opposite.
Shane, yeah, actually last.
It's doubling up still.
Oh man.
Don't know why it's doing this. We blame Zoom. Because apparently it works every other time, just not in Zoom. Nope. No, you have no audio.
Yeah, I tried to switch to the onboard for the laptop.
Okay. All right. So you're out. Every nomad has dreams or nightmares about landing a corpo gig. I mean, it's one thing having to be in this weirdly natural place. I mean, the Silverlock Mansion is uh surrounded by forests, and I mean, you haven't seen this many trees since that one job up in Canada, and this many corpo jarheads since that Militech parade in San Francisco in 37. A soft knock on your camper door kind of jolts you from mostly awake to completely awake. Mess inside, courtesy of the boss. A radioed voice from the on the other. You hear blah. You hear a radioed voice on the other side of the door before you hear them tromp away.
Grab a quick crush down, changing my new uniform and see what's going.
Quickly going to exit. You wake up to the sound of footsteps coming to your door. Here knocks and adds a simple breakfast in the dining room, follow the coffee, before he walks on.
Thank you.
You
She
hear
calls
him,
from the other side of the door.
yeah. You hear him knock on Kraken's door, repeat what he told you, and move on. With your enhanced audio, you don't hear anything on the other side.
I'm gonna go check Kraken's room.
All right, give me an awareness perception check. 16.
That's
Well,
sick and twisted anyway.
well, firstly, he's gone. Like, you notice that his bed doesn't appear to be really heavily slept in. His boots are gone. He left his cyber deck.
For fuck's sakes. Kraken. She leaves his room, goes for breakfast, and is essentially waiting for everyone to come down to tell them.
Mhm.
So that she doesn't have to repeat herself.
Yeah. Red Death, you hear Exit kind of, make commotion in Kraken's room.
The way
You're
she
sh-
says it is more of like a fuck
Ugh.
sakes, Kraken.
As to how you slept, that's kind of a matter of debate. I mean, you are basically surrounded by the enemy right now. You could hear the boots all night. 125 seconds. Not great, but decent enough coverage for the executive zone. And then you hear Exit's disappointed. Considering his room was sandwiched between yours and hers, and neither of you heard anything. That's saying something.
I have cyber audio.
Exactly. I rolled his stealth to see. He got 38. Or not 38. Whatever his max was. It was pretty ridiculous.
I'm going to chain him to a radiator and make sure that he doesn't, that he sweats out everything he's on.
That's pretty hard because Night City drugs are tailored to be
Oh, I'll leave him there for a month.
Spoon feed him.
magic.
No, he's too used to spoons.
You wake up to the sound of your door closing. Instead of breakfast, there's a note on your bedside table. Figured we could use the dining room this morning. Here. Do you go down in your pajamas?
No. She absolutely gets dressed. If we're going into one of the public areas, that means that she has to put on the character.
Exit is already dressed, by the way.
It's a debate whether or not Red ever got undressed.
Yeah, he basically lives in that armor.
That's not quite accurate because he got a new set to.
Yeah, that's true. You don't want the vapors to damage the floor. Public's kind of a matter for debate. I mean, the dining room does have an open bay window for sunlight, but it opens into the garden. And there's just trees beyond that. The room itself is about twice the size a family of 5 could ever have reasonably needed, made worse by the fact that a folding wooden table sits in the middle of it, with several mismatched chairs arranged around. There's a bar stool, a folding chair that clearly was here bringing it up from his room. What you recognize, Magic, as Eddie's favorite lounger, a leather high back, a plastic tote, and an Adirondack from the outside patio. Where does everybody sit?
Plastic tote.
Leatherback.
Magic doesn't care as long as it's not Eddie's chair.
As long as it's not Eddie's chair. is
Eddie's chair the leatherback chair?
It's a lounger. It's kind of just a very comfy chair.
This is where I'd like to do a little perception to see if I know it's technically human perception. May I please just once perception just to see if I can see if Magic looks a little uncomfortable at the chair?
Yeah, give me human perception.
Human perception, damn it. Okay. That's in social.
Yeah, sorry.
No,
Negative
absolutely
three.
not.
No.
Wait, is the leatherback chair you were referencing Eddie's chair?
No, a leather high back is a different
Okay.
one. But yeah.
Okay,
So
that's
there's-
the leather high back is the one Exit's sitting in. Can I
Mhm.
also try to get a read on Magic?
Well, you were the first one there, so you would have seen everybody else pretty much come on in.
So yes?
Yes.
And Magic would have been last.
What the fuck?
No. full.
with
This
the
is
plus
not in
2.
character.
This is
No.
she rolled a 14. That's with 5 ranks in it, an empathy of 4, and a +2 mod for her. So yeah, that's a third.
It's a 3.
Yeah, that's rough.
Can we re-roll and just say that we were rubbing the sleep out of our eyes?
See,
I would say that over the course of breakfast, Red Death's just
Look, my human perception is crap. My actual perception is fantastic. I don't care what people feel. I'm about to shoot them in the face.
you perceive that they're about to die. I would say over the course of breakfast, you could see Magic just kind of like eyeing up the chair, which nobody actually sat in.
Magic.
Actually,
Look at the chair.
it's a lounger.
Mhm.
Wait, no, which one? You said. Can you describe the chairs one more time? I know you said leather high back.
Okay, a bar stool, a folding chair, what looks like a very comfortable, very well worn chair, a leather high back from what Magic would know was from the study, a plastic tote that Shane's sitting on, and an Adirondack from the patio outside.
Yeah, I'm sitting on the bar stool. That's not even accurate. I'm leaning against the door frame.
Don't want to sit at the table with the rest of the kids.
I'll sit. Okay, no, I'll sit at the table.
Remember, you're not the only badass here. There is
No, I'm aware, but I'm also
here.
literally security.
Also, exits here. She's kind of a badass.
Oh,
I'm
it's
counting
definitely-
everyone here badass.
Magic sits pointedly in the folding chair,
the folding chair.
Magic.
as
looks
far
like
away as she
this
can
fucking
from the
chair.
other one. Like she will move the said folding chair away from it, just to get away from it.
So
Oh.
Shane and Magic are sitting next to each other.
Well, that's pretty obvious to see then.
Magic.
I'm just gonna take the chair out of the room.
What the fuck is up with the chair?
It's Eddie's,
Okay.
my older brother's.
Okay. I don't know him.
No.
I do. So just trust me when I say
Cool.
you don't want to sit in that chair.
Well, I'm not, so.
Red takes it outside and debates setting it on fire.
Later.
He debates it. He doesn't say it out loud. He just debates quietly. How flammable does this look?
Pyro has a look, dude. Someone's considering fire. You just know.
Yeah, but he's got the full helmet on. He hasn't taken it off yet.
The
Exit's
food.
known Red long enough. Fire thoughts are happening. I'm kidding.
It's not even the fire thoughts. It's more send a message. Send a message. Set it on fire. Send a message. What?
This is the guy that's in jail, by the way. He's least likely to know about your message. But
Oh, then Red's just going to throw it out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he just takes it out of the room, goes outside, puts it delicately in the dumpster, and then walks back into the room, sits on the stool, and starts having breakfast.
Ron Swanson dumping the computer.
Pretty much,
Uh,
but with less anger inside of it, and just more it seems to be distracting everyone.
So as Red is walking back, exit, you can actually, no, you wouldn't be able to see it, but
Did I hear it?
for dramatic purposes, a couple of minutes later, you see a couple of the guards come over to it, look at the chair, and she's like, "This looks really comfy." And they grab the chair out of the dumpster and they like cart it away.
Well, then it's
Um,
their chair now. I don't care. Is it like that Simpsons? Sorry, I said the wrong thing. Family Guy scene in the Death Star where they're just like, no, twist it. I mean,
Pivot.
No. Okay, there's a way to do this. Because Red's wedged it in there somehow, not on purpose. Just
Well, they're going to be there all day trying to figure this thing out. The food is, of course, to Magic's preferences, but I mean, who turns down breakfast with real ingredients, right? You have some time. It's there's not like you're in a restaurant where there's music playing in the background and other conversations happening. And it's the first time you guys have all really had to sit down and talk.
It's been a while, Shane.
How are the Kincaids?
Doing well.
Good. Did they get away from the Raff and Shiv?
No, I think they're stays to the right of get away from Kincaid.
It's looping again.
Oh.
I didn't understand much of that at all.
RCU audio.
All right. How are we now?
Much better.
Good.
Better.
I'm just gonna keep flipping channels. It's skipping channels on me. Anyway, I think the better question there would be the Raven Shiv get away from the Kincaids.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah,
Good
there
on
was
them.
definitely a number of pitched battles on the road between the Kincaids and the Raff and Shiv. A couple of classic canyon ambushes, but it's hard to ambush Big Red's battle bus. So
As Exit had asked the question, if anyone were to be like watching for it, which probably not, she does get anxious about it. And there's like a large like relief when Shane is like, did the Raff and Shiv get away from the Kincaids?
I don't think Red's looking for it too much. I think he's watching a bit, not to the degree that he'd notice the full anxiety of the Raff and Shiv. More just to a degree of didn't I set a Raff and Shiv on fire and blow up a truck?
Because like
Yeah.
her thing behind that is it's because
Yeah.
like she knows that it's likely because she was with them that they started following them.
Yeah, so no, he's got no clue of that. But Red is also just eating and surveying the area.
Yeah.
And occasionally turning on his heat sink to check to see if anyone's watching from outside the windows in the forest. Or literally any other listening and watching devices in the area.
give me a perception check.
Fantastic.
Actual perception.
18.
18.
I rolled a 6.
It's quiet. This is the executive zone. I mean, you guys don't exactly have the best record in the executive zone. Probably the most exciting thing that's happened in weeks up there. But no, it's just occasionally you see the top of a silver helmet walk by in the hedge maze.
Oh yeah, I hate every second of this.
It's idyllic.
Yeah, which I bet is lovely for some other people, but for Red, he's used to quiet happens right before he murders someone. Because he's removed all other obstacles in the way to murdering that person.
Magic,
So
what are you thinking?
He's tense.
So after she actually starts eating, she pulls out her agent and start looking at what do I have to do for the day?
What do we have on the calendar?
Your itinerary is there's a meeting with Adrian later today. There is something that's referred to as media primer, quote unquote, and your assistant has marked a block in the afternoon as miscellaneous paperwork.
Yeah, she's
Sarah,
she's effectively disassociated at this point,
um,
and she's just going through and like looking at it and is not hearing about anything that's going on with the other three.
just so I to refresh my memory. What was Exit's specific job? I remember you saying she'll essentially be by your side all the time.
Personal
Unless,
assistant.
yeah. Unless Magic needs to send her away for something.
Exit kind of just seeing her kind of spaced. Just, what do we have for today?
Sorry. Of course, we're gonna have to meet Adrian. I'm surprised that wasn't yesterday. And got a meeting. I don't fully know what it means. And of course, they've put a giant block for paperwork, which will be the perfect time for you, Exit, at least to see Pandora's box.
Eh,
And maybe Red as well.
okay.
Shane, I don't know
Um,
how to get you into the office.
I don't know that you need me in the office, but when you get a few moments, we need to discuss the terms of this contract.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to do that with all of you.
Also, the new vehicle. Is that something that Exit's gonna have right away, or
um,
because she'll need it for if she has to run for business stuff.
well, you'll have Molly. Um, I'm just checking. I'm pretty sure a ground car has 50 structure points. I'm just double checking here. How you get around.
Man, Matt's gonna have to update his bike. Make
Yeah,
it look
50.
presentable, not riddled with bullets.
Because the reason, like, she wanted a new car was because Molly's been seen a lot of places.
On the bright side, Molly is a very common make and model. It's
Yeah.
like, it's like one F-150 in a sea of hundreds, thousands. It's Night City. 5 million people live there. The thing is your vehicle is not easily identifiable, unlike Sheila, the
Mhm.
Nomad truck. Ground cars have 50 structure points. Cyber bikes have 35.
Oh. Shane, do you have a good mechanic? I need someone to fix my bike.
Yeah, I know a good mechanic or two. What needs to be done?
Pretty much I just need to get the bullet holes out of it. It runs fine. I just need to make it look not beat up.
Oh yeah, they can definitely do a body job on it.
You
Much as I
can?
hate saying this, though, well, yeah, I can work on it.
Oh, great. Just let me know what you need.
I'll get you a list.
And if you need help with anything on getting anything on that list, let me know.
It's mostly just Eddie's worth of parts. I had that saved somewhere for Kraken.
Oh, and we need to
No, that's
refix
not
the cephalopod. Ugh, I hate that name.
Right.
Red says it out loud that he hates that name. I love that name.
What happened to Kraken now?
Oh, he's gone. Left his cyber deck.
He took it with him, didn't he?
No.
No,
Oh.
he left it. His bed. Barely slept in.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Indy's gonna hate that. I don't know how I'm gonna keep Kraken here if he keeps acting up like this.
Chain him up.
I mean, I still have my. I mean, I can put him in Yeah, it's not built yet. We'll work on that when it comes to it.
We need a rehabilitation chamber.
Yeah.
Yeah,
mean,
mine is a training chamber.
I mean, there are plenty of rooms to create whatever you all need.
Well, it's more so what Kraken needs. He
I
just
do need-
refuses to do
I
it.
do need this though, and Red just pulls out of a pocket like a set of blueprints for what he's referring to as the cube. Which, if anyone's read Deadpool classic comics, they'll know something called the box, which Deadpool trained himself in. It was incredibly dangerous and really stupid. It was also pitch black, if I remember. Like, it's filled with traps, pitch black, and you have no idea what's going to happen to you when you go in.
Brilliant.
This is what
One-
Red's planning to shove people into.
It's one part escape room, one part sensory deprivation chamber.
It's like going into the Saw. It's like going into a Saw film, but you hate yourself.
I was thinking the Cube, which is actually, strangely enough, a cyberpunk-based kind of movie.
Yeah, I was thinking like Saw-like traps, but not to the you must sacrifice something. No. Just they're stupidly complicated. Says the person who doesn't like horror movies. Boom.
Quick glance exit. What Red Death's looking at is in the manner of like thousands of eddies.
Okay.
You guys are gonna have to find some serious scratch in order to afford it.
I have enough. Well, I have like. I have
I'm talking like
827.
No.
thousands.
Yes. Okay.
Like,
I have some.
5 to 7.
Oh, cool. I have
Kind of.
about 2.
Yeah.
2.
Yeah, because
We all pool our money together, then we can just make one X-Men themed danger room. I'm gonna keep bringing references to there's so many weird training boxes in media.
It's a squid kennel, and you're basically trying to, Krakens are known escape artists.
Oh, this isn't for Kraken. This is literally so Red can put Exit and Kraken through the ringer to get them out stronger, and himself. So it's all
Exit,
that.
you're putting me in this thing? No.
Magic wants to learn how to fight, but she is terrified.
Exit's like, fuck it, we ball.
Look, every time you enter this cube, every time you enter the cube, you pretty much put your life on the line. You're not allowed to do that. Everyone else, have fun.
I need to train as well.
Yeah, but not to that level. This is like ninja meets steroid warrior.
And you're putting me, a dainty woman, through it. She says with the highest amount of sarcasm possible.
Because Red was about to go, dainty is not how I would ever describe you. I've seen you fight. It is horrifying.
As Here's just sitting there, sipping coffee, listening to you.
Oh, Here is also invited to come in as well, but I don't think Here wants to, because the Dow will provide him his training.
Exactly.
Has the Dow provided this breakfast? It's great.
If Here is the chef, I'm going to be very impressed.
No, we have someone for that.
Mm.
And you trust them?
Not supposed to give away all the secrets on the first day.
What? Shane, you said something about the contracts. What do I need to do for you guys?
I can't speak for the others, but since you have corporation pull, I need to make sure that Coltrane is outed for the cyber psycho that he is.
Absolutely. That's easy enough.
Personally, I'd like to know what everything in this contract entails, as I'm generally speaking a contract worker. But
Unfortunately,
I don't expect that right now. You've got a lot on your plate.
I'm gonna want enough weapons to invade Quebec.
again,
You leave
I'm
Quebec out of this.
Great fishing in Quebec.
I'm using it as an example. I don't want to I don't want to invade our maple syrup neighbors.
Just think there's great fish in Quebec.
the.
I'm
I
thinking
will
about
say,
the sugar shacks.
I will say, I know I'm just a figurehead right now. Adrian does a little bit more of that than I do. But I can fight for you all for whatever you want.
Oh, also, am I getting to and from work with you or in my own car?
You and, well, technically, Shane's my driver. So, probably all four of us together, if I'm correct. I don't fully remember how the corpo life works once you get all the people around you.
I have to ride bitch, don't I?
Wait,
There's
what?
something called shotgun, and then there's something called two back seats and shotgun. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure Sheila has extra seats for everybody. Because it
It's
comes.
Sheila,
I
Sheila
determined this
does,
so
yes.
long
Yeah.
ago. I put it in place so long ago that exit does not ride bitch.
I
Exit, you're not going to ride bitch.
Brilliant.
Although there is front bitch and back bitch.
To be perfectly honest,
Sheila.
if anyone is going to be riding bitch, it's going to be Magic. It's more defensible.
That's true. Shotgun.
Well, with
Not if you
Sheila,
want her to be riding bitch. That means you're sitting in the backseat with
Also
us.
drunk bitch.
yeah, with Sheila, that with just four of us, no one's going to be riding bitch.
Got it.
Fantastic. By the way, can I say how much I've loved saying the word bitch so many times in this conversation?
Exit doesn't ride bitch.
So, if I
She's either driving
Remember
or
the-
she's in the front.
if I remember the etiquette properly, as Magic's assistant, you'll be riding wherever Magic is riding. Most likely, in this case, the back seat, and the bodyguard will be in the front seat riding shotgun.
Unfortunate. Well, it is
And
what
we
it
need to keep
is.
up the etiquette.
and keep up appearance.
God damn it.
Otherwise, I'm riding something like a blocker car or a motorcycle next to the. But the four of us traveling together is probably.
To and
That's
from
probably the
work, a
safest.
motorcade isn't. I wouldn't think it's super necessary. But like for appearances,
Now, if everybody is present, then the seating arrangement changes. And here and
Something again.
Red would then be
No.
no, it's back again. No,
It
it's
does
okay.
it like
It's okay.
it goes
Oh, no, it's
back
gone,
and
no, it's gone, no,
forth.
it's gone.
It's a weird thing.
all right. If all of us are present,
Brilliant.
then the seating arrangement will change, and Red and Here will both be in the back seat flanking Magic. And at which point, actually, you would be shotgun, and Kraken would be riding tied up in the back.
Yeah.
Right up in the back.
It makes sense. You don't want to get
That sounds
vomit in
right.
your
I
vehicle.
mean,
I
that-
get it.
Just strapped down in the
Works.
sleeper unit.
Throw them in the shower unit, bolt it closed, you know.
Yeah.
He's wrapped up in the shower curtain. Anyways, Um,
And bubble wrap.
yeah. Well, yeah. Got to make sure he's impact resistant.
With
he
a
has
helmet.
bad luck
Yeah.
with seatbelts. So, at some point, exit, you get a message from Bones asking for follow up.
It's magic.
Bullshit.
Sure.
Just my luck. So,
Well, it is just your luck. This could be good.
does this
We
mean
can work
you're
together.
makes things a little messy though?
How so?
Working for the bad guy, and then bad guys in quotations, knowing that out of everybody, Bones is the only one with an actual criminal record. He got busted for public indecency one time.
Red's
Really
just
weird.
wanted.
I'm just gonna say it's just really weird when you're a skeleton and you get busted for public indecency.
Well, it's because he had a boner. Sorry.
We can.
I'm
we can
sorry.
talk-
It was just such low hanging fruit.
I ran into that.
We
face
can talk
first.
about this in the near future. If that works for you. You killed her.
Hear it in the off mic. Okay. Breathe. There's
It's
a bit of
nice
a
to know that
pause.
that Kyle would have said that if I didn't.
It's like, yeah. Meet up at the Golden Bone tonight.
10-4.
Oh no, he's got a third arm down there. They call him tripod.
A very specific one called Mr. Stud, yeah. It's a very specific Mr. Stud, yeah.
It's a collector's edition.
Has some rhinestones on it too, just to
Guys,
make
you're
it...
killing her. Come back to us.
I call it the Elton John attachment. God damn it. Okay. That was unprompted.
But welcomed.
Welcome, Mr. Bones, to the channel. Okay. So you guys bad, Kyle.
Someone's
Dude,
reading
I
chat when
can't
they
see
shouldn't
the
be doing
word.
so.
I don't normally have this problem. Today's just one of those days.
It's one of those days.
Happy Christmas, everyone, from our family to yours.
Son of.
Is it the connection of your microphone that's doing it?
It's Zoom. Hates Bluetooth for some reason.
Oh, I'm using Bluetooth.
Yeah, because I tested this for several days on it and had no issues.
Yeah.
It's going in and out. It's weird. Sick and twisted.
I'm
Better
just
leave.
going to address the elephant in the room. It's Microsoft.
Mhm. And canceled. So yeah, eventually magic is as much as you've been treading it, you are gonna have to put on the big girl pants and go to work.
Yeah, she gets up from the table, like fixes herself. I gotta go to work, guys.
We gotta get to work. The fuck are you talking about?
True.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm gonna have to act over. Okay, I can do it. She like pulls at her like nice jacket.
Her blazer.
Yeah, her
Whatever
blazer.
it's called.
Let's fucking do this, I guess.
Yeah, Shane is experiencing technical difficulties with his electric pharynx, apparently. That's why it keeps cutting out. That's what Brill was saying. So at this point, you guys are, well, Magic is used to the commute. We're starting to get used to it. You guys get sort of the rundown. You leave the executive zone, head into the upper marina, and it's 2045. Going to the sort of the coast side, the river, or what would we call that? I don't know, it doesn't matter. It's garbage, people fishing for plastics.
Microplastics.
No, macroplastics. You get enough, you can sell them to somebody, might actually get some use out of it.
Microplastics are where you get all the flavor, though.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they make kibble out of.
My grandfather is full of lead, my father is full of asbestos, and I'm full of microplastics. It all works out.
I'm full of cheese.
And unfortunately, you're lactose intolerant. Your life makes much more sense now.
Okay, Wallace.
God, I love that.
Anyways,
We keep derailing. Just a
having
normal Tuesday.
The ADHD is strong tonight, y'all.
very, very
And I'm
strong.
unmedicated. That's amplified.
Yeah, I don't know what Bill Gates is doing right now, and because
Dude, come on.
sorry, it's wow. Okay, I personally just apologize for my ADHD on that one. Holy fuck. Holy fuck.
Like that went way off. Like
Is Bison no
entirely
longer allowed to
wrong
look at
direction.
chat either? Are we
I think
banned
maybe
from
for
chat?
distraction reasons. Jeez.
I distract myself.
Stay on target. Yeah, no shit, huh? All right, so now I can't see that. I'm still technically watching the stream accounts. If you're just tuning in, I have concentration problems.
Hey, Kyle, you don't know that.
Okay. Arriving at the Argent Key HQ is interesting.
There.
See, now I'm wondering what they're saying. It doesn't help. Now I have to find out.
No.
Don't.
Oh, I can't. Oh, I have to press a button to do that.
No.
All right.
Don't look.
All right. I'm going to try not to. Okay.
Let's watch the VOD later.
Arrival at Argent Key HQ is interesting. Magic walks up. She's used to these stairs. The fake bird chirping in the little topiaries lining up to the lobby itself.
Ooh.
The second you enter the lobby, yelling voices and about a dozen assault rifles surround you. Magic, you have an audio agent earpiece as part of your corpo kit, new from Narratively Convenient Computing, that filters relevant messages your way. The chatter is full of code words and tactical patterns, most of which goes over your head, but the word hostage comes up at least once. The guards are screaming at you guys to get on the ground, drop your weapons.
Immediately. Are you kidding me? Are you all that stupid?
Stand the fuck down, you idiots! Adrian Locke's voice hums in Magic's ear and booms down the hall by the elevator past reception.
Is this insanely loud to me?
Not insanely loud. You're kind of like your audio, basically the way it works is it filters out noise when it's basically, it's not that it's really loud, it's just that you hear all of it. You're basically being overloaded with sound. Your ears, your cyberware is doing its best to filter it out, but it's still a lot of shouting. It's not like, oh my god, my ears, but it's a lot
It's
of
more
shouting.
so like a Jesus fuck.
Yeah, Jesus fuck, it's a lot of shouting. An older gentleman in excellent shape and a suit to match runs without making it look like he's running towards you. Do none of you gonk brains read your emails? Fucking embarrassing. He smacks the back of a shoulder's helmet as he passes and stops in front of Magic. I am so very sorry. New hires.
Obviously.
He looks to exit Red Death and Shane. Adrian Locke, Director of Operations.
Pleasure.
They're slow.
He just looks at you and then back to Magic. I'm assuming this is your private team?
It is.
Most execs keep a buffer between their corporate activities and their extracurricular ones. Wasn't
This
all
is an
that long.
extracurricular.
It wasn't that long ago these men were shooting at mine. Are you sure this is wise?
This isn't extracurricular. This is the team that I picked.
Your mother was right. You will be the death of me.
And she kind of leans close to Adrian with that. Mom knew me a lot more than Dad did. And leans back.
Yeah. You can tell he's used to doing this.
He's got like grooves in his nose.
Pretty much. He steps aside and starts, telling these guys to move out of the way for the fucking CEO. You come up to reception and the receptionist is sitting there. It's the same girl as usual. She smiles and, points to the elevators. It's like, the executive is ready for you and your personal assistant, and the main elevator is for everybody else.
Thank you. My
It kind of stands up a bit straighter.
bodyguard will go with into the normal one.
There isn't much more room.
Understood.
As if on cue, the two elevator doors open. One has, kind of nice polished brass doors and rims and stuff. The other one has a stunning platinum design, owing to the silver lock and all that fun stuff. As it opens, Magic's metal faceplated assistant steps out and hands Exit a small folio. I'm being transferred back to Mr. Locke, so that must mean I'm being replaced.
I'm sure you did a great job.
Of course I did. And then she sub-vocalizes so only Exit can hear her. You are the last line between Miss Silverlock and those who might want to kill her. And people do want to kill her.
I'm not going to let that happen.
You're not on the street anymore. Don't make us look bad, newbie.
Don't worry about me.
There's no physical response. It's a static faceplate. Kind of like 2-ball, except there's a face. And not just a ridiculous amount of sexual tension.
Let's say breasts, but yeah.
To the other assistant, Magic. I know my brother will be gracious to have you back.
I work for Mr. Locke, ma'am.
Understood.
when you guys get into the elevator, and then Red Death and Shane get into the normal one, it's, it's the girl from Ipanema, of course, that's the elevator music that you two get. Um, for Magic and Exit, Magic, you know how long it takes to get up to your floor. It's at about 4 seconds past that you realize something is wrong.
Oh boy.
The lights go out.
Hold on.
The emergency lights go on, and there is a white mask with a red bullseye painted on it, shaped like an eyeball, staring you in the face. You both can feel something sharp at your throat.
Exit reaches for her gun.
Exit.
And Magic
You're-
just calmly puts her hands up.
Exit, you notice that yours is a plastic fork being pressed against your neck.
Mhm.
Magic, you don't notice anything. You just got this face in your face.
Yeah.
Does Exit see what is pointed at her neck?
The mask is kind of in the way.
Mm.
Broke your promise. There are multiple voices speaking in unison, and you feel tiny hands reaching into pockets and pulling things out. You can hear them clattering to the floor. They speak in sync, but one's just a little behind. Said you'd protect us.
I'm sorry, but I believe you have me confused for another person.
No. Protect. Contract. You left.
I am unaware of what contract you speak of. If you would like, I can get my attorney to look at it for you.
No home. Another voice. No help. A third, much younger voice. No here.
Here is fine. He's just not with me at the moment.
Do we have an emergency button in Find My Tune?
We're supposed to.
Because
You,
if we do, Exit's pushing that for Red. She has her gun on her, though.
Were the elevators right next to each other if the Find My Choom emergency button is being pressed?
you guys get, or Red Death, you don't get the notification until you step out of the elevator. You notice that the executive elevator is still, it says in transit. You made a promise. We lost our homes, and you said you'd help us.
Sorry, but you have me confused for someone else.
Magic.
And she is going to lean closer to this person. The magic you knew is dead. I'm all that's left.
Exit. You hear the sound of someone stifling tears.
Let's talk.
How many emergency buttons am I allowed to push, like in the interim of waiting for them to show up? I would get the entire building on alert at this point.
Give me a perception check. Shane, what are you doing? Red Death is clearly concerned.
17.
Looking
So-
around, it's what's going on?
They're not here yet. Something's gone wrong.
Mm.
Wave one. Not even gone wrong.
We try
I
that
have to
again.
cycle and repeat that.
Day one, not even an hour into the day, and something's gone wrong.
Of course it has. How long have you known us? This is our luck.
Exit in the other elevator is gonna gently reach for the thing that is against Magic's neck. Let's talk. There's some confusion.
When you reach past the person that's holding you, you hear a little hey, and the other one didn't expect you to like try touching them, and you hear a well, you don't hear, you watch them as they were, you realize that this is a 8 or 9 year old boy, and he's standing on the railing, like the handrail around the elevator, the inside of the elevator, so that he's up in Magic's face. And you spooked him, and he falls backwards into the one that was standing in front of you. And
I didn't
then,
pull my gun.
well, your gun's sitting on the ground.
No, it was in.
Yeah.
She had her hand on it, but she didn't pull it
Hmm.
out.
Okay. Yeah, and they tumble to the ground. So now you are in a elevator with 5 people in it, with only built for 2. And there's like 3 little kids in a pile in the middle of this.
Exits through.
Idiots.
They're just kids. Maybe not so much of an emergency.
Exit.
Here's the regulars.
I was going to say give me a deduction, but yeah.
The eye is what gave it away for Magic.
Well, change going to open the doors up here.
All right. You're going to try and open the doors?
Yep.
Okay. Just opening up a character sheet so I can give you a roll to do. Give me a body athletics.
Oh no.
You rolled a
Come
Upon
3.
seeing
on.
that, may I assist?
Yes, give me also.
18.
You start to pull at the doors, the elevator. There's some complaining sounds. Doors don't want to be open when they're like that. And as I know from personal experience, they're magnetically sealed sometimes. That's terrifying. I've been stuck in an elevator before. It's not fun.
Is there any sort of panel that I can override that?
Give me a what am I going to call that? I know it's going to be some sort of tech.
Electronic security?
That's specifically for electronic locks. So give me a basic tech roll
Basic tech.
right above it. 24.
24.
What was that noise?
I thought I was the only one who heard it.
Whoa! No, because it was me. Of course I heard it.
I was like, okay, computer's doing something weird. Yay.
I thought it was a new sound effect for Discord, or not Discord. Roll 20. Right,
Damn,
with a
I've done it.
24.
I've done it.
You must have been an elevator technician in a previous life, because you popped this thing open like you knew what you were doing, and it's pretty easy to see that that the emergency had been pulled somehow. And it's just an easy thing to press it again or to switch it off and turn it back on, or turn the thing back on. And in the space of about half of a second, the elevator shaft comes, doors come open, and a tumbling pile of kids and executives sort of come out, because it was such a sudden start that it threw you guys off guard.
If the door opens and there's just exit holding magic.
And then
She-
kids.
She was like, if I'm going down, you're not going down.
And I thought rabbits were fast.
They somehow infiltrated the building and thought threatening me was a good idea.
Didn't expect me to reach over. They tumbled. Probably
Amateurs. You
The
three
old-
with me now.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And then it's one of them still. Give me a perception check, Red Death.
20.
20.
Cool.
These kids, it's not like, oh, we're in trouble. This is a, we're gonna wake up at the bottom of the river kind of we're in trouble look. The largest of the three of them is clearly trying to look tough, but in all of the toughness a 9-year-old can muster when in front of a 6-foot-tall killing machine.
You're gonna be okay. Don't hurt them.
That wasn't the plan.
I figured, just for them, I wanted to say it out loud.
With me, office, now.
They follow you in that, little kid sulking, not quite dragging the feet, but definitely we're in trouble. It doesn't really take you long to find an empty little meeting room.
Magic will even tell them, be like, first room on the left doesn't get used.
You see some, office drones kind of just like heads peeking out of cubicles.
With that, Magic will look at them. Do we have an issue? Thank you.
Red finds 4 chairs. No, he finds 3 chairs. He doesn't need a 4th. And sits them down individually. Or has them all sit down.
Mhm.
First things first, you're going to tell me how you got in there.
Vents. They're not made for adults, but we're light.
Are they trying to get her killed? You three.
Show. Fred pulls out his agent and tries to pull out a map of the building if he can. It's for the sake of, show me which vents.
You point to the fire escape plan.
Okay.
Because that works.
Yeah.
And they kind of converse among themselves. The littlest one has taken off their mask. It's pretty clear that this was a 3D printed mask. They took what Here told them to do and basically turned themselves into an urban myth. Magic knows that there are memos from every department about those fucking pranksters. and the weird shit that they have to deal with on jobs. After a little bit of conversing, you know, I don't want to tell them. We tell them that it's not our secret anymore, you know, stuff like that. And then it's like, yeah, but if we don't tell him, we're gonna get in trouble. What if he eats us?
Red does take off his mask and lets his teeth kind of just grow out a bit. Because vampires, you know.
What
Squeak.
does Red Death look like without his mask on?
It's if anyone's ever seen Raiden from Metal Gear Revengeance,
Metal jaw, basically.
yeah, big metal jaw.
Yeah. The rest of it's normal.
Kind
Pretty
of. Yeah. I mean, he's got cybernetic eyes, but that's different.
Yeah. But who doesn't these days?
Yeah, but they're clearly not human eyes. Because they were never really built to need to be.
Mm-hmm. Eventually they do kind of come to a consensus that, you know, we're gonna have to tell them anyways. And they kind of point to a space in between, like, the service elevator and the fire escape. There's like a ventilation shaft that runs between, and how it's easy to get in because there's a air intake that's technically off the property, that's not covered by cameras because the little bastards broke them.
Yeah, Red is going to essentially message this some of this information to Adrian, because it's his job to keep magic safe and keep everyone safe in this place at this point. And if there's something like this where kids can get through, drones with an explosive can get through. And he's not mentioning the kids at this point.
Okay.
He's mentioned that there was a threat, it's been dealt with. And he's also going to look at the three kids, kind of where do you guys live right now?
Like, they're like, you know.
Not anymore. You're on payroll starting tomorrow.
Very confused looks.
You are a small irritant. It is causing massive issues. And it would
Like
be
we
better
were
to get
supposed to be.
exactly. And I'd rather you working for us than against us.
But here said to
Here works with us too.
excited whispering. Are we still in trouble?
Yes. But I'm hiring you because your value outweighs your trouble. You're also going to start going to school.
Mom says we can't afford school.
I'll work something out.
By this point,
Red hasn't negotiated his contract very well yet. He's about to.
it's at this point that one of the actual security guys walks by and he's like, stops, looks again, backs up, opens the door.
Do you want to make this your problem?
They're not supposed to be here.
Well, they are.
And are those the friggin'...
Would you rather them working with us or against us? Because you guys have been getting your asses handed to you by 9-year-olds.
Adrian already knows, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Fuck.
You're all a massive disgrace.
I'm so getting fired. I didn't see shit. I certainly didn't see 3 little kids. He's kind of like looking at them when he says it.
Good.
I'll be off. I have to negotiate their contract with Adrian. This
Wait,
isn't supposed to be my
contract?
job.
No, I don't want to know, don't want to know, don't want to know. And you can hear him saying that as he walks down the hall.
And Red's already planning, like, if Adrian complains, he'll just get them to give him Here's salary because the Dow provides anyways. And he's sure Here will be okay.
Here is technically not on the payroll.
Well, Red's gonna give them his salary then if he needs to, at worst. But honestly, a
So-
small private army that you don't ever expect and can get their way into small places. And also just having a 7-year-old on staff that can go, that sounds stupid. Why does it sound stupid? Because of this. And then they point out the obvious flaw in your plan that you don't think of because you're not 7. Genuinely, I think every planning group would benefit from a 7-year-old that just goes, that sounds stupid, sir.
That's dumb. Yeah, until they figure out that they can do it, they can start using it to their own advantage.
Yeah. So they have to like give detailed reasons for why it's stupid, not just
It's at this point that Adrian shows up in the executive elevator. He comes out, he looks at Magic, Shane, and Exit. Your assassin needed something. What? A security breach? What happened?
You know those problems we've been having? The small ones under 10 years old?
Completely harmless.
Those were kids.
They somehow infiltrated the building, got onto my elevator, and threatened my life.
I
With
dealt with
what?
them. Forks. Plastic forks. They thought they were scary. But
This is
it's a
why
problem that they
this
got
is
in.
why I didn't want you doing this, Laura. You're being assaulted by kids now?
I didn't let it happen.
yo, Adrian, get in here.
My bodyguard is currently talking with them. Why don't we go in?
Sure, sure. Kids.
Exit looks to Magic and goes, I'm glad I was in there.
So was I.
I got you.
Thank you.
It's my job, isn't it?
I guess so.
When Adrian gets in there, he's looking at these kids and you're meaning to tell me a bunch of greasy, dirty, homeless little shits have been terrorizing my employees for months. And I'm
Yep.
assuming you knew about it?
Nope.
I didn't know it was these.
You know them?
Only by reputation alone.
This is Jimmy, Rufus, and Smits.
That's not my name. Shut up.
It is now.
Whatever their names are. He
The
would
other
have
one's
learned
like-
them at some point.
Actually, up until this point, this is the first time you've actually seen them.
Really? I thought I saw them at least once or twice. Never mind.
Here has. You've seen evidence of their existence. But this is the first time you've actually seen the irregulars.
Never mind. I take back this is Jimmy, Rufus, and Smits.
It's funnier because that's not my name.
Shut up, he got the other two right. How?
I'm a girl. Just
Sorry, Smitzy.
What do you want me to do with this?
Hire them on. It's going to be less of a pain in the ass than getting rid of them. Also, they managed to infiltrate your entire building through a small air duct that is also now that I also know is now large enough to carry explosive drones.
He's just like blinking. He's like,
If you can
The
get
one I
them to
told
help
them-
you,
the one I told them to fix 3 weeks ago.
How are you in charge of an organization, man?
There are 400 people that work for me in this building alone. I handle, and he just like starts going off on business figures and like what he has to do for logistics and complaints about hiring quality, that being completely out of his hands. And just, I am going to schedule an appointment with my emotional advisor right now. Looks to Magic. You're the CEO. You deal with it. I'm sure there's contract things in your desk.
Just make sure Indy doesn't catch wind of this.
So them as private contractors, then less oversight.
The contracting.
yes, I stole that. I stole that exactly from the comment section. Thank you, Kevin.
Shane wanders off to go find a vending machine.
That's fair. Corpo talk is kind of nauseating. Makes one hungry.
Exit
Uh,
whispers to Shane, if there are any energy drinks in any vending machines, please.
You're as bad as Kraken.
Get me 4. I didn't sleep.
For Smash. Not like I would.
Yes, let's do that. Shane, it doesn't take you long to find the vending machine. You know, offices are pretty, when it's all one big room with cubicles, it's pretty easy to look over and find the one place that people want to congregate around.
Exit would also hand him some eddies.
That's fair. Do you like listen or anything as you're going over for food, or like what do you, is this does this have an ulterior motive, or you just got the munchies?
Actually, there is an ulterior motive, but the ulterior motive is to get something for the kids.
That's fair.
But yes, he
Um,
does listen to office gossip as he wanders because, well,
Yeah.
you never know what you'll hear.
A lot of unease surrounding the new CEO is what you hear. It's, she's really young. Adrian knew what he was doing. At least we were turning a profit. Yeah, does he though? Um, they're just hoping that he's just that the new one isn't as weird as the other one, and that sounds like, I just hope she's not as weird as everyone shuts up.
Where's
Getting
what, I wonder.
Yeah. So the vending machine, there's like the various, Nicola, Narangita, some basic snack foods, energy drinks. There's like a whole section, and um, you can tell that the good flavors are already gone. You're still in the morning, and it needs to be refilled already. So you grab some snacks. They've got bags of chips. There's like one of those ready salad kits. You press it, and it does the the salad dressing and the croutons and kind of all like it almost looks it's almost like a Jiffy Pop. Like it starts flat, you press the button and it slowly turns into a salad instead of popcorn.
You know what? Yeah, we'll get snacks for the kids. We'll get the Jiffy Pop salad. And whatever the most unpopular flavor of energy drinks, we'll get a dozen of those.
Okay.
Red will drink
So
6.
yeah, cherry kumquat.
There we go.
uh so yeah, Shane comes back with an armful of snacks. And when he does come into the room, you can see the 3 little kids kind of like squirm a little.
I'll make sure that they don't get the energy drinks, but they'll each get a drink, snack. I hand the salad to RD.
Thank
Sorry,
you.
who?
Red Death, RD.
Oh, the salad.
Why the salad? I mean, if it's for
For
me,
your
I'm
heart.
happy to take it.
For
Oh,
your
good.
heart.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Definitely. Not like I haven't had the thing replaced 3 times.
And then I'll put those energy drinks on the table and sit by the kids and kick back.
Exit grabs one and just starts sipping at it.
Red
The-
does what Jacob does, what Scar does in reality, which is with those giant Red Bulls, he just takes it, can't, opens it, it's gone, and he puts it down and opens the second one and starts sipping the second one.
Okay.
Power bomb the first one.
Oh, yeah. That's what I would do.
Magic.
It freaked my bosses out.
Like,
Just mainline it next time.
Exit's kind of just standing by
I'm
magic,
afraid of
waiting.
needles.
And
Magic would have left to go get the like stack of contracts that she I guess has in her desk.
Exit would have gone with her.
Yeah, it's pretty clear that the miscellaneous paperwork would have been contracts and as a whole lot of NDAs.
Okay. While she is looking for it,
Mhm.
try not to get seen by the cameras. Like not to show her mouth effectively.
Yeah.
She
He
exit.
starts. It's just
Look. Yeah. Can you look on my computer?
I'm sure
Pandora's box is very visible. I never closed it the other night.
I do.
give me a basic tech roll in technique.
14.
14. You can't find it.
I can't find the.
You can't find the folder.
Did you even lock it?
Yeah, I did. I made sure of it. I locked it, but I left it open. And so the cameras checking my desk drawers. Let me look on my computer for these papers. As she's gonna find this stupid folder.
All right. I'd like you to give me a basic tech roll.
16.
16. You find it in the recycle bin. You actually had to go into your recycling bin and go to a restore point. Someone had deleted it.
Ooh. She opens it again and hiding her mouth. And I'm just hoping no one can actually hear this. I'm probably an idiot. Magic is probably an idiot. Someone's
Exit
been
is listening around for like just anything because her hearing's good.
You hear the soft whir of air conditioning.
Cool.
Yeah, and wait, Exit has special hearing that magic knows about. So that's how she's gonna get around it. So she's trying to talk as quietly as possible, not to be heard, because she knows there's bugs in here. Okay, it's up. But someone's definitely been in here. Let's grab the contracts and go.
Close your laptop.
And she kind of slams her laptop down loud.
Bam. Tech support in
Glass
me is just like
shatters.
just cringes.
Oh no, I did it on purpose.
So yeah, you guys go back to the meeting room, and when Magic and Exit return or get back there, one of the irregulars has started drawing on the whiteboard, just like little flowers and stuff.
Oh,
Do any of you know how to spell your names?
We kind of look to each other. The oldest is like, I can do it in katakana.
Good enough.
Mom taught me.
Otherwise, if you don't know how to spell your name, just put an X on your contract.
She gives them each contracts one of the subcontractor contracts. And it's very clear she's trying to basically, I hate saying this, intimidate them to be like, yeah, never mind, I don't want to do this.
You don't want these kids?
She wants to
don't.
scare them off enough that they're dropping the irregulars.
Give me an interrogation roll. That's in social.
16.
16.
Because magic is trying to protect them.
I can understand that.
So can
can I help?
I to a degree, but still, they're homeless.
These are a lot of words, and I can't read most of them.
That's what a contract is.
A lot of words?
Yes.
Do they mean anything?
A lot.
Do you want someone to read them with you?
Mom finds out, we're going to be in so much trouble.
Mom finds out you're getting a paycheck and can go to school.
But we're not supposed to.
Who says?
Mom says the schools are designed to make us poor.
That's why we'd be paying for them, not your mom.
The middle one, the girl, she kind of whispers into the ringleader's ears. Exit, you hear, I'm scared. These people look mean.
Exit looks to Magic, kind of just mouthing.
And she'll reply, they should be.
Can Red hear any of that or no?
Can you read
Not the
what?
I'm scared. I mean the between you two.
Can you read
As a-
lips?
That
Very
is a
poorly.
skill, I think.
I think it is.
Lip reading, yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
Ugh.
Where is it?
7.
In awareness.
Yeah,
7.
she's a 14.
Yeah. Red Death, you can't really catch it between the two of them. You know that they're talking.
What he would
But-
hear, they should be. Magic is not
Yeah.
quite about that.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering about.
Like, she says it loud enough for the kids to hear. She is saying it loud enough. She's not hiding it.
Magic exit. Can I have a word outside?
That might be best.
I told you it was her.
I'll repeat myself. The magic you knew is dead. So drop it. And she walks out.
Exit, you notice that the little one is watching her as she leaves. Like the other two are kind of like busy in their own thing, but the little one, the one that started crying, is just watching her as she leaves.
Exit kind of just like looks back and looks away.
So I'm gonna
Like,
say, sorry, go
It's
ahead.
not an aggressive look, it's not a glare. It's just like a look of acknowledgement.
So I'm going to say that eventually you do manage to not only discourage these kids from coming back here because holy shit, but you do convince them to go back to the heights, go back to the precipice, and just kind of sit back. They're not happy about it. They want to help. They felt useful when here had them doing things. They felt like they were doing something important.
I'll take that.
Say that again. You echoed.
Take them.
Are you saying you take them back to the heights?
Yes.
Okay. So it only takes about, I'd say, 3 revs of Sheila's engine for the little boy to forget all about what happened today. No, they didn't really warm up to Moose. They kind of thought he was a little scary, which I can understand. It was Moose. But yeah, they, seeing a souped up car like that, no truck.
Well, since I'm the one taking them back, we're going to take a detour.
Okay. Where are you going?
We're going to the nearest nomad hangout.
Okay.
They want something to do, and they need somebody to look after them.
All right. So the one place you know for sure that isn't like on the opposite side of town from them is the Three Masters garage. So you pull into there and you can hear old Chrome Rock from before the nuke, like just blasting from outside. When you pull up, you hear the little girls like, I've never been here before.
Yeah, we're gonna add on to what Here's been teaching you. Do you know what a nomad is?
Mommy says they're not allowed in the city because they smell funny.
Do I smell funny?
like there's some goading and giggling. You know, you smell him. No, you smell him. He smells fine from here.
Now, I'm a nomad, and nomads have really cool vehicles like this one.
Really?
And I'm going to introduce you to some more nomads and see if they have a few things that they can teach you. And you know what's really great about nomads?
What's that?
We look out for each other. We're family.
Here said that was important. We gotta look out for each other.
Exactly.
So you take them inside,
Excuse me.
and you know, Rembrandt's passed out in his throne of tires as usual because he's got nothing to paint. Archimedes and Socrates are arguing underneath somebody's car about how to reroute the converter, and they each have different and competing opinions on which would be the best way.
Walk up to the side of the vehicle they're working on and bang on the side of it.
Not gonna be ready for another hour or two.
It's not my car.
Rembrandt, turn off that friggin' music. Roll. Shane? I thought you left town, buddy.
I did. Now I'm back.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Hey, I've got a contract working for Corpo, so we'll see how it goes.
Ugh, make sure to wash your hands afterward, right?
Wash my hands. I need a shower every time I talk to them.
So what brings you here? There's obviously nothing wrong with your girl. We can hear her outside.
Yeah, I got 3 apprentices for you.
There's like a very pregnant pause, and you can see Archimedes' head roll out from under, because you see Socrates' feet and then Archimedes' head. Like, I didn't think you the type, my man. 3 of them?
Not mine. They're orphans from the Heights.
Oh, that's
And
shitty.
yeah, they need somebody to look after them and their family. I point to the one that was drawing on the board. That one's an artist.
You're
Well, I hear what?
just like kind of a artist. What? You need me to paint something?
I lean down to the little one. He did the paint job on Sheila.
She runs over at
All
him. Are you a wizard? I am with paint. You want to see what I can do with paint? Remy, make sure this one wears a mask. Right. Safety first.
And all 3 of them
Mhm.
have some mad breaking and entering skills. They broke into a corpo building, got into a secure elevator, and threatened the corpo CEO with a plastic fork. How's that for chutzpah?
You kids are too young for beer, but oh man. Okay. Yeah,
What do you
we're gonna
say?
take care of these 2.
All right, turning to
Or
the other
these
3.
3. Yeah, 3.
The 3 kids. These boys are going to look after you and your families. Okay? Listen to them. Care for them. They'll care for you. And if they give you any shit, call me. I'll come kick their asses for you.
You're almost as nice as here.
Well, here's not here, so you got to have to deal with Shane.
Okay, Mr. Shane. Bye.
I go back out to Sheila and head back to the building.
So cute.
And that is actually where I'm going to curtain here because we're coming up on 8 o'clock.
Oh,
Thank you all for being here. This is going to be our last show until the new year because Christmas and all that, we usually take the break off. So, thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Scarred. Thank you, Shadow. Thank you, Ruth. Thank you, Kevin, for producing. Thank you, everybody in chat who made me turn off chat. It's not often that I am that ADHD. Kicks at me. You guys stop talking after. Okay, no worries. You didn't have any victims, so I can see why you stopped. That's okay. I'm not
I
gonna
was
feel
still
hurt.
watching.
I know. Yeah, thanks for watching the show. If you're watching the VOD, thanks for taking the time to have a listen. If you're on if you're watching this on YouTube, again, thank you very much. If you've watched it up to here, I'm going to assume that you, at the very least, were entertained by what you saw. So feel free to leave a like, a comment, give us a follow. Yeah, and as we say here, if you don't have the energy to be kind or to be nice to each other, at the very least, be kind. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
The holidays.
thanks, y'all.
Happy
Happy
holidays.
holidays.
Happy holidays.